video is just right after I did the other one. If you saw the other video, yes, I was kind of stretching out. If you know what does mean stretching out, you will understand. What I want to do is to test certain things first before continuing here. First thing that I will test is that I get to this function because I haven't touched this code for it not to go here. But maybe the problem is that async function needs to be inside of an async function. But that is also that usually the console log throws out. I mean, it throws the error itself. I don't like much these kind of traps, but there is a parable of Jesus that says that certain man went to sow, and at night came an evil person and sowed bad seed. So, which kind of person are you? The one that believes those kind of things? Yeah, I do believe it. There are people that are usually sometimes um, putting bad code inside of the core code of even the navigator and or even for example on your computer in certain way. So don't get frustrated and just when those times comes, what you have to do is just to make it slowly, slower, which means in a lower velocity, and you see the problem with more and you let to Jesus what belongs to him. That's it. As you can see here, says the full name is not defined. As you can see, the problem apparently was that was one of them. Full name is not defined. The thing is that apparently I have to call instead of full name, full username. So let's call it like that. And let's make it again. Let's make the refresh. And then submit. There you go. As you can see, the code is going into there. That's okay. Now, what I'm going to do is that I am going to try to make the console on here. Okay? You will say, but that is necessary right now. Yes, it is. Remember what I told you. What we're going to do is to try to do the things in a slower velocity. When you're testing usually takes that capability, which is trying to do the things with more careful, with more quietly. And as you can see, it is not getting into here. Why? Maybe because the password has to be more complex or something like that. So let's put it more complex. And yes, it was because of that. It was because of that. Now I can see, for example, formulary controller not found. That's okay. That's okay. Now I can see that here it is going too much further. I mean too much to the backward. Let's try again with the same undefined super strange password that I put. And let's put very I don't know. Uh, we made a submit, and you can see now that this is still going to the well. In that case, what I'm going to do is just as simple as putting that Jonas that slash Jonas Chronicles, and that's it. You will see that it works. Well, it should work. Okay, I am not saying that it's mandatory that it's going to work, but it should work. And being honest, I don't need to put the dot. Let's keep with the dot, and that's it. Let's go now. Rail. Let's put down again. What is it? Oh yes. Remember that the password has to be kind of complicated. Okay. If it is too easy, then it is not going to go. And as you can see now, the problem is that what we're getting from the PHP is um, is an invalid JSON. That means that what we're getting from as a response is not a JSON, and that is true because I am making an echo here. Okay, what I'm going to do is just print R. That can be, for example, and also I can make, for example, um, um, what was the name? JSON encode. Yes, that's the thing. You put JSON encode, and here you put, for example, username like this. Username that double points, and that this function, which is even here, I think. Oh no, this is the code. Okay, this is encode. This JSON encode, I can make a return of it, and this is sending the JSON. We're gonna see for an example of it, JSON encode MDN. MDN is one of the places where you can find documentation and very easily. Oh yeah, sorry. The way of sending value back is with JSON stringify. But also you can send them with JSON encode. Being honest, but let's make it with JSON stringify. Okay, that's that's kind of easier. Stringify. And also, and the JSON stringify is just as I put it, like this, username, and the data here, just like this, okay? It's just like that. Data, um, let's look for, yes, value, yes. Look, this is the data, and here is showing how the data, oops, sorry. Here is showing how the data should be shown, okay? Data. I will tell you one secret. If you are desperate making web development sites, it's a sign of it's a sign um, of that first that maybe you don't have much experience. Second, that maybe you have to understand certain things. You have to understand that software development is something that is not totally on your control. I mean, you can know many things, but you can control how things usually change in life. Why I am saying this? Because, for example, when I learned software development, when I was like 15 years old, it was very different. I mean, super different as it is now. And what you have to do is to try. Okay, let me see. This is print R. I have to erase that. And let me see. I think that is fixed. Let's make the submit again. And let's see what we are receiving on the network. Okay, network controller payload reload preview. And here you can see that the error is actually that on the line 62 we have Now, let me see. On the line 62, we have username, username. What is the problem? Let me see. Unexpected token slash. Oh, I know. I know. As it is one file, we can send it like that, but it doesn't have much sense, being honest. And by the way, this is JSON stringify. The thing is, I never liked much this function. Okay, uh, between you and me, those who know about software development, I don't know if they will understand me, but JSON stringify is not kind of not very recommended. When you have experience, you know that. And even without experience, you will like feel that it's kind of not good. But those are things that, as I said, are not super delicate. Or something. Now the problem is that I put the function well. I took the brackets. Let's make it again. Okay, now we don't have any. Oops, that's it. Line 62. What? What is the error now? Mm, doesn't have sense. But maybe just putting this. Hmm. Well, in that case, we will have to make JSON stringify. JSON stringify object. Well, the thing is that I want to pass the object directly me myself. I mean, it is not supposed. I mean, it is not supposed to give any error because I am passing the object, not not by how can I say it? Like if it was a variable, it doesn't have sense. But as it is consistent on it, well, let's put it on a variable. Username is gonna be equal um to this, okay? It can be even called object, for example, object, and now we put that inside of here, and that is supposed to work now. Okay, let's see now. Hmm, Let me see. Constant what? The problem now is that the constant is unexpected. As I told you before, these errors are kind of weird on line 62 because a constant is something normal. Oh yes, this is PHP. Oh, sorry, it is like this. Now the problem is again the bracket. Doesn't have sense at all. Okay, JSON stringify receiving on PHP because we are working on JavaScript when it was PHP. Okay, let me see. Mm. We should finish in 2 minutes. I mean, at least the receiving of the data. Okay. Um, let's try to do it. Let's make it with this website directly. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, what JSON. Mhm. Let's read JSON. Okay. Um, as you can see, it is exactly as I was trying to get it. File get contents. By the way, I have done this, but this is not necessary in the moment. No, 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 nothing of this. Wow, how can I say it? Okay, the thing is that I want to receive it just as a as a JSON. Echo JSON decode. You see the decode that I told you before is here. Being honest, we can just use, for example, this functionality, this way of making it work. Um, but what I don't like is that we're gonna make everything like from scratch, and we're supposed to finish. I would like to remake things that are supposed to be finished. This is just a PHP JSON. This is not something too difficult to understand, you know. So JSON decode object here. Okay, let's just make, for example, echo. Um, let's re remove here and let's make echo data, and in this case it's full user. We can make it just like this. Mm-mm. And that's it. Let's see if it works. We got an error on the, oh yes, on the response of the JavaScript. That's normal, but let's see on the response of the, wow, that is exactly what I want, the JSON response. Send JSON response back from PHP to JavaScript. Oh my goodness. We have just passed 1 minute of the time that I said. And let me see, JSON, PHP to JavaScript. No, that way is kind of confusing. Mhm. JSON from PHP. JSON the code. Yes. You see, JSON encode data. That is exactly what I want. But what I don't know is how do I receive the data. So let's see how it is the data. We're gonna make var dump data. And in that way, we're gonna check how is the data received. Okay? Submit and respect what? End of JSON. So in that case, let's go to here. The data is received as a JSON, but let's just remove this here. Let's put it in a comment because that is what is giving us the error and is not letting us to see what is on the server side. Sometimes on the client side, we have to clean it up for us to debug the the server side. It's kind of um, not very like how can you say, not very um, happy to do, but it's true. See, syntax error method is an input. The thing is that it is giving us that apparently the what we're sending is not being well received. Let's put on here just this without the if, okay? Oh my god. Submit, and here says that we have an error, but actually it is received. It is an array. So as it is an array, you can see that it is also an array here. If I make a decode, for example, you will see data. Let's see, website. I start with data because that's the name. It is JSON decode data, and that name is that thing is going to be called um mm, mm, um object, and that's it. Now I can just make, for example, object, and you can see here how it was. By the way, you have to put, oh, it is placed on here data already. So what we have to do is just echo, for example, data and the username. And let's see if it works. And yes, it works. So as it works, we can also make another testing and check here. we make a submit, and we can, oh, as you can see, the problem is apparently this comparison here. Let's make it again. And yes, it was that. The problem was this full username check. Let's see if it is that we are not sending that or what or something like that. Full username, and yes, we are sending. What is the problem then? Full username and username. Let's see, full name. Oh, the thing is that it is called full name. Okay, it is called full name like this. There you go. Submit. Oh, sorry, it is here. Full name. Submit, and there you go. It is working. Now, what we're gonna insert, let's see if this can even work with the testing of the request method. And that would be amazing, being honest, because everything is possible, but it's not. We can add that on the, yes, it's here. It is the method is here, but apparently it's not read. What we're going to do is just to make the JSON. Let's see something. Um, let's see something. You see this? I am going to try to check if this is giving me something true. So we're gonna check if PHP input is working. Has something true. Test on PHP. Oh, and let's see the code. This code. Mm-mm. How to say no? File gets content to check it has a value on PHP. That's it. Oof, after that, we're gonna use Google, by the way. Oh, look, here is the answer. That's what I wanted. Okay, let's close here. Let's just put here the same, but instead of content is JSON, and that's it. And let's go here. Now, let's print up. Let's make like a just saying echo. It's working. Now, the nice part is that we haven't modified anything on the JavaScript, so I can just hit on submit and it should work. Yeah, and it's working. See you in the next video. Remember that Jesus Christ loves you as no one else.